Okay, so what I'd like to show you today is the Brooks maintenance kit. It's an handy little kit for maintaining your Brooks saddles. $9.99 I paid for this from Evans Cycles, quite easily available. If we just have a little look inside. Okay, so the first things we've got is the Brooks adjustment spanner. Now if you buy a new saddle or a bike that comes with the saddle fitted, you would normally get this with it, so you might not necessarily need it. But of course, if you're buying a second-hand saddle or a second-hand bike, then this is the kind of thing that can easily get misplaced. People forget to give you with the bike, that sort of thing. It's needed for tensioning the saddle, which you would need to do periodically. As the saddle ages, the leather has some give in it, and you can use this to tension the saddle and take that up. They can be you can pay more than £10 for one of these on its own. So that's the first thing that's in there. The second thing we have is the proofide. This is a wax mixture. There's a 25 gram can, which it would be good for a year or so on normal application. It's a mix of different waxes and oils. There's beeswax in there, paraffin wax, rapeseed oil, sunflower oil, tallow and citronella oil. It's a good mixture. Looks a little bit like Vaseline, something like that to look at, and that's just applied to the saddle. I will show you how to do that in a little while. There's a polishing cloth for polishing that up. Once it's dried on the saddle, you need to just polish that off, and there's just a little cloth for that. And there's a Brooks instruction leaflet giving you directions on how to maintain the saddle, care for it, and get the best out of it. So $9.99, I think that's excellent value. Let's just have a look how to apply the wax. Okay, so applying the proofide. Very simple, straightforward job. I don't wear gloves, it's just natural waxes and things. Obviously if you're worried about any allergies or anything like that, then you might want to use rubber gloves or something for this. The first time you apply this to the saddle, particularly if it's a new saddle, or possibly if you're not sure it's being cared for properly, whatever, is to also apply it to the underside and apply quite a thick coat. That way any sort of water splashing up from the road, if you're not using mud guards or fenders, won't be attacking the leather directly. You're protecting that. You normally only need to do that if that is the case, maybe the first time that you do it. But as the Brooks instructions state, once every probably 2 or 3 months you need to just apply a light coat to the saddle itself. So just get it on your finger there. You don't need to put it on too thickly, just make sure that you get a coat across the whole of the saddle. The colour changes slightly when you apply it, but don't worry about that. It will look darker, but the colour comes back. I've got a couple of little scuffs on the saddle there as well, where it fell one day, the bike, and this will help to bring that back. So again, just being careful to try and make sure I cover all of the saddle, and just give that a little rub in. And that's it. I'll leave that to dry and then just polish off. Okay, so that's had a good half an hour or so to dry. As you can see, that has dried on there. So it's a very simple job. taking the cloth and just giving that a good polish. It helps to do this more when the saddle's new as well, because it helps it to sort of take the shape of your sit bones and form that for you by keeping it supple. And that's it. Quick little job that you'd only normally need to do once every couple of months or so, just to keep your saddle in tip-top condition. And the Brooks maintenance kit and the lovely Brooks saddle. Thanks for listening. If you'd like to see more videos, don't forget to subscribe and click below. Any comments, I'll answer any questions that I can. Thank you very much.